Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's your boy, the Wrestling Classic. We are back for the TWC Show virtually this week. We've had some issues recording since we've been back from San Diego. I still got to get the entire vlog up. I've seen everybody else's vlog go flying up. I'll get ours up this weekend, hopefully. But I don't even know if I should this weekend because it's pretty big. Maybe I should get out by Sunday because after Saturday, everyone will be back to normal.
You should probably just put clips of me and then John Cena, back to me, back to John Cena.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, in 3 days on December 13th, 2025, John Cena will wrestle his final ever match in the WWE. And his final match in his wrestling career, because nobody thinks John Cena is going anywhere else. He's a WWE lifer, signed a 5-year ambassador deal. We are winding up to that day. As I drop this, it will be Thursday, December 11th. We're recording this December 10th after there's like a thing on my laptop after AEW Dynamite, but
Dynamite was so good today.
Shut up! You didn't even watch it, and you won't even be on the show
earlier today. I actually watched those two girls win the championship.
The fact that you said those two girls,
Harley Cameron,
yeah,
and Willingdale.
Why do you still call her Willingdale?
What's her name?
Willow Nightingale.
With Willingdale.
Willow.
It's easier to say. I'll just stick to Willingdale. Willingdale and Cameron Quinn.
How about that? No, it's Harley Cameron.
Harley Cameron, dude.
Not Harleen Quinn.
I really try my hardest. I was born this way. Just like that song.
Dyslexic.
Born this way.
But this is not about AEW. This is about John Cena.
Never about AEW. That's the best part.
I said we should do a special conversation about John Cena. Obviously, I know he's your favorite of all time, and you probably have all these things. But I messaged you the other night, and this is not supposed to be like a bummer episode. Like, obviously, it is John Cena, regardless how I feel about him as a fan. And I wrote about it in my caption when I made that video that I'm not the biggest John Cena fan. I am not his target audience. He was waving the flag after Benoit did whatever he did for this company through a PG era, but it just was never for me. I never liked the super white meat baby face. I wasn't alive for Hogan as a baby face. I mean, I was for like the end half of it and like in WCW, but that wasn't for me either. I liked the anti-hero. I like Stone Cold. I like the Rock and Randy Orton and CM Punk and all these guys. Cena wasn't my guy. That being said, I thought that I would feel something about him retiring. And I've watched plethora of interviews, clips of his on Joe Rogan, on Chris Van Vliet, on all the one he did special with that broadcaster guy that WWE was promoting for like 6 weeks. I watched all these clips. Then I went on Instagram and I went on WWE's feed and I'm watching these throwback John Cena videos, him FUing Mark Henry, FUing Great Khali, beating Umaga, revealing the new spinner title, all these things. And I feel nothing. I feel nothing. I know it's not even like the hatred is gone too. It's not even like, yeah, John Cena's trying finally. Like, if I say that, it's me joking around. There was a clip that Bell to Bell posted where I kind of said we're gonna have a pizza party at your house and we're gonna like that's me being an exaggerated version of myself. Yeah. Me at the bare, like normal, regular day, Justin, like I feel nothing. Like I'm not upset. I'm not happy about it. I'm indifferent. So I have no emotional connection to John Cena. Go ahead.
Well, let me talk to you as a Cena fan and not as Arvy. I actually, as of right now, three days out, I have very little emotion to anything. Like I've been watching the videos, I've been watching the TikToks, Instagram reels, clips that people are making. I don't know. I'm not feeling it yet. Maybe I'm just too far out. It's 3 days out. Maybe the day of it'll hit me a little bit more. But as of right now, there is nothing that is making me think like, holy shit, it's Cena's last match.
And I feel it in terms of it's like going to be a big shift for the industry. No more John Cena, no more surprise returns of John Cena. Like I saw that clip, I even shared it to you. Like I can't deny, like when he returned at that, I believe it was Money in the Bank or SummerSlam to surprise Roman, that pop was insane. Yeah. I'm not going to say Cena was never like all my beef with Cena is gone. I put it that post I put on that, like, you know, I've seen Cena more times this single year than I ever have any other year of my life. And it was his retirement year. And even though I don't like the guy, I've always respected the guy. If I owned a company, I want a guy like John Cena to work for me. I think it's an amazing work ethic. I would definitely hang out with John Cena. I'd grab a bite with him. I'd love to pick his brain. I think he's so interesting. I watched all these interviews. I'm like, this man is so good at propaganda, so good at not answering questions but really giving an answer, so good at just like being so robotic and proper that like the only show where he kind of felt like he put his guard down and was chilling was Joe Rogan. But every other interview he did, it seemed like he was being John Cena, telling the story. It's not his fault. He spent at least 25 years being the company man. He can't just turn it off, you know?
That's not his fault.
It's not his fault.
And you talking about not having emotion as well too. You just admitted as well. How many times did you see Cena this year? So you've seen him
Chamber, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, the Raw after Mania. So I'm like 5 times.
Yeah. So of course, your attachment is gonna be a little bit different, or your emotion going to his match is gonna be a little bit different. But for those people that haven't seen him wrestle live this year, I mean, I got friends all over Canada as well that we talk about Cena, and the guys that haven't seen him perform live, they are obviously feeling a little bit more. I mean, I've even seen him twice now. So even for me, again, maybe the buildup isn't there. Maybe the day of, all these emotions are going to kick in. My childhood's going to flash before my eyes. I'm like, oh, shit. You know, whatever.
And I understand. Like, Cena's a big deal. He is a big deal. I'm not going to call him the GOAT, but to many people, he is the GOAT. And I understand that, and I accept it.
To the ruthless aggression era generation, right?
A lot of the people that were kids during those years, like that were 10, 12, 11, 8 years old, and now like 22, 23, 24, 20, like, you know, they're in their 20s. Yeah. This was their Stone Cold. This was their Hulk Hogan. This was, you know what I mean? This was their Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, Macho Man, whoever you want to use.
Yeah, I understand that. I don't think he was a Stone Cold. I don't think he was their Stone Cold.
No, dude, I'm reading some of these comments on WWE's posts like, oh my God, I remember this moment. I remember, oh, that was so crazy when he beat up, like, to us, we were teenagers and adults when he beat up the Nexus. To some kids, that was Stone Cold coming out there and stunning everybody. It's not the same, but someone said something too, like, there was a thing on Twitter that actually pissed me off. I remember it was an NWO segment, and I get it. All wrestling acting is cheesy. Even John Cena is cheesy. But there was a segment where Sting dropped a dummy, and then the real Sting popped out after all these fake Stings came out. Yeah. And someone quote tweeted being like, "Thank God I grew up on John Cena. This acting is so cheesy."
That's
how John Cena's cheesy.
Well,
but these kids are deluded or delusional because that's what they grew up on, and that's their, like, I'm nostalgic for the NWO and Sting and Austin guys. They're nostalgic for John Cena.
Yeah, I'll tell you, for a guy who wasn't a little kid watching John Cena in that ruthless aggression era, the reason I was a big fan of John Cena is because when wrestling sucked, he was the main guy, and I never had a big. Yeah, he was, right? Which obviously no one's disagreeing, and I'm not even arguing that with you. It's just I personally had nobody to watch WWE with, so I just got. I don't know. I just became a fan of John Cena because he was carrying the torch. So now as wrestling started to revive again, people started coming back on board. You know, guys like The Rock would show up. All they would say, and obviously I would get annoyed as a wrestling fan. I think that's why I became a Cena fan too. No matter what happened in wrestling, it could have been a great Chris Jericho match, Kurt Angle, or a Batista Rey Mysterio match. All people would talk about would be, wrestling sucks. It was way better when Austin and Rock were there. Like, people were just so glued to that era that they would not even give that
because it did start sucking when Cena was the top guy.
I think it started a little before that. You know what? It started before that. It was.
I think it really got bad for me. I'm only speaking my experience. Obviously, everyone has different. Like, I remember when I used to talk to Daniel, and he was very nostalgic for like 2007, 2008.
Younger than us, right?
Yeah, and he's really nostalgic for like 2007, 2008, 2009. And I was like, Daniel, those are the years I could barely watch. I watched Raw every Monday because it was on TV. I'd watch SmackDown if I was home, and I'd watch the pay-per-view. I'd watch Mania and Rumble that season especially, but I'd watch the pay-per-views sometimes. Like, I didn't watch every Capital Punishment 2011 from start to finish. I only watched a lot of those pay-per-views once I finally got the network, and then I was like, all right, let's watch Extreme Rules 2008.
I tuned in just to watch wrestling, and because I enjoyed it. I didn't think it was better than Attitude Era. It wasn't good as the early 90s. even the early 2000s, but I just watched it. That's all it was.
My point is, I feel like you're gonna like whatever you watched as a kid. That will always be special to
Of
you.
course.
That was my point of like I thought it was bad during that time, but for some people it's the best time.
Yeah.
We also said yesterday when I was telling you about this whole John Cena thing, I was actually also messaging our other buddy, Gavir, earlier.
Yeah.
And he was like, same thing. He's like, I just don't feel anything. I'm like, I don't either. I don't have no, and it's crazy because I can't say, oh, maybe it's this era. You can be like, oh, because it's not Austrian. I will feel. I swear, I felt something when Kurt Angle retired. I felt something when I knew Batista was having his last match at WrestleMania 35. Okay. I felt something when Edge came back. I felt something. If Randy Orton ever retires, I'll feel something. If Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, guys, any of these are forced to retire, I'll feel something. If Punk leaves again, I'll feel something. I just don't feel anything. Like I just like I'm gonna go into this and I will be like, oh, this is a big moment in the history of professional wrestling. But I get it too. Like we're gonna have a whole weekend of like, and we've already started on Raw and SmackDown where they're having the wrestlers putting this guy over and like Cena was the. But I'm like, okay, as his colleague, maybe you do have a special personal relationship with him that you feel that way about him. I don't even have a personal relationship with him. I would be biased towards Sheamus and Jinder and anybody like Charlotte retiring because I've built a personal relationship with them. They've helped me with my growing of my page and I've helped them. So it's different. I have nothing with Cena. I have no like connection to this guy at all.
I think they've been showing him a lot on TV too, like outside of wrestling. So I think we feel like we're still seeing him. And we're still going to see plenty of him after the show's over, on movies and TV and whatever.
And he is an ambassador, so he might still be doing meet and greets. Right? And I don't think he's going to be cutting promos and stuff. I do think he'll be doing like meet and greets and stuff still.
And I'm telling you also, which I'm a big Cena fan. He's probably my second, third favorite wrestler of all time. Number 1 being Brett, number 2 probably being Cena. I currently, as of this moment, have no emotion or any feel towards the lead up right now because there wasn't a story told towards this, right? It was just a tournament that happened. The winner gets to face Cena, right? And that's, I told you earlier too, I never really cared for who the opponent was going to be. We're tuning in for Cena's last match. But the fact also is we're in a shitty month of December right now. It's raining, it's dark, it's gloomy. I think people's energies and moods are off too. So maybe we're just not feeling it currently as well. So
that's you. I genuinely don't care. Like I hate to say it, but I don't like even it's not even like I know for you, like you just want to see. I don't. I saw him live at Survivor Series and I was like checked out. Like I wasn't like, oh my god, his entrance. I was just
listen. Survivor Series, I was actually a little disappointed the reaction he got after the match and during the match and even beginning the match. I thought the crowd would be way more hot for Cena. Like, realizing that's his final pay-per-view, but it just felt like another match that Cena wrestled and that's it. And then he took off.
I also think these interviews he's been doing has also made me feel like, oh yeah, I'm not going to miss this guy.
There's too many. He's doing too much stuff right now.
He's got to promote it. But like even Ibu from Self-Made Backup Hangman on Twitter was like, I can imagine Cena losing to Gunther in 4 minutes in the opener and Helwani talking about some and Cena going on Helwani or something talking about the sands of time are inevitable and they claim everyone. I am no different. In the current stage of my life, I felt like it was imperative for me to generate human feeling and link that, pass on to the next generation now and forever. Gunther will be extremely linked to that moment. I'm proud of that. That's a beauty of this jazzy, he's using big words, tapestry of this entertainment medium we call pro wrestling, this unique interpersonal synergy. Like that's the way Cena talks. And you're just like,
that is
exactly what are you like? You didn't even answer the question, like address it. You just made it sound like it's a beautiful thing.
Well, he's gonna give you the political answer, right?
That's always gonna be. And the problem is too, the more they keep showing Cena clips, the more I keep remembering how much I dislike this guy.
Yeah, well, I told you what are my favorite Cena moments. Always when he lost for some reason. Those were some of my favorite moments.
I liked John Cena I liked him from 2002 to 2005. I will sit here and tell you that when he beat JBL for the title, I was happy. I remember being happy that both him and Batista won. I was like, wow, new era, let's go. I think wrestling was still fine.
Even when him and Randy were facing off, you're like, shit, that's the new generation, right? Randy Orton and Cena.
Yeah. Like, do you remember that one? I think it was SmackDown versus Raw, like the first one, and like they had a face-off of Randy and Cena at the beginning.
2010 or 2009 or something?
No, it was like the first SmackDown versus Raw, like before any of those. It was It was a video package of them talking. That's Randy Orton and whatever facing on. It was like 2004 or 5 or something.
Oh wow.
I liked him from 2002 to 2005. I actually really liked him in 2004, 2005. Like, I liked the basic thugonomics, him coming out there rapping and all that stuff, even though I do think it was appropriation of black culture and they never had a black champion, so they gave you John Cena. I also liked his theme song when he changed it and he was going for the title. I was all for it. Something about the moment he got drafted to Raw, I was a bigger Batista fan and I knew they're taking Batista to SmackDown. I'm like, this sucks. And then he just became this guy that was beating like Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker and Chris Jericho and Kurt Angle. Like, he was just beating everybody that I grew up watching. And I'm like, F this guy. We're like, I felt about Cena probably the same way fans in the last 10 years that grew up on Cena but were teenagers for Roman Reigns didn't like Roman Reigns because he was beating Triple H and The Undertaker and all these John Cena. Like, he was beating all these guys that you liked. Yeah, that's how I felt about John Cena. It's the same way these people felt about Roman Reigns. The difference is Roman switched gears, became a heel, everybody learned to love him. Cena never changed. And that was always my argument about Cena. I'm like, outside of changing the color of his shirts and going from a rapper to a fake Marine, he never changed. It was just the same crap.
That's not on him, right? That's on Vince McMahon and whoever.
No, I know that. And as I get older, I understand that. But I just never liked it. I didn't care if he got a reaction. The fans are chanting, "You go Cena, Cena sucks." I just never like. I can't. And then I didn't mind Cena 2015 forward, but I think you pointed out to me one day. You're like, yeah, that's when he like started showing up less. And I was like, oh yeah, but like, but I was just not. I hated. I can't. I like you probably have one. I know. What is your favorite John Cena promo? I don't have one. I never liked any of his promos. I thought they were all cheesy.
No, they weren't all cheesy. When him and Rock were going back and forth, I think he won those battles. As much as people get upset, he beat The Rock on those promos, and The Rock came back.
I couldn't quote you one line from those promos.
Blow me. How about that?
I remember that now with the pinwheel, but that's because you said it. But I remember The Rock's promos, the little kid, you can't see me. Like, that show was funny. Fruity Pebbles and stuff. The blow me thing's the one thing. What else did he say in those promos?
That's all I remember.
You get what I'm trying to say? And I'm not a bad thing. I'm just saying, like, because all of his promos were the same. It'd be emotional, bring the crowd in, start yelling, we're all in this together and bring it back. Like, there's
the Roman Reigns promo where he called out Roman Reigns. Listen,
you say something, kid, before you blow your push.
He's probably he still is one of the best on the mics of all time.
He's confident as hell on it. So the promos good. There's a difference between being confident and best.
Yeah,
because if his whole thing is he's supposed to pull emotion out of you, he probably was pulling emotion out of loser kids that never had friends and little children, but he didn't pull any emotion out of me.
Well, of course not, because you're not hustle, loyalty, and respect.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
I am Mr. Hustle, Loyalty, Respect.
I think the reason I was obsessed with Cena were those three words. Hustle, loyalty, respect.
I was like, embrace the hate. Please embrace it. Turn into Darth Vader. And then it was so like fate, and it was so like it was meant to happen. It was destiny that I was there when he finally turned heel. Obviously, it didn't play out as we wanted it to, but like at least I was there for that because it's all I wanted to see back in like 2012. Turn this man into a bad guy.
I remember when he fought The Rock at WrestleMania. I watched it with like 15 other guys. I was the only guy cheering for John Cena.
What are your favorite John Cena matches? I don't have any. And if I do, I'm trying to think.
Arvy and Cena when I stand.
Yeah, and that's my other point. Any match I liked of Cena is because I was a bigger fan of the other person.
Kevin Owens.
I was a bigger RVD fan. I was a bigger Kevin Owens fan. I was a bigger CM Punk fan. I was a bigger Bryan Danielson fan. I was a bigger CM Punk fan.
Truthfully, like a lot of my favorite matches were when he lost. Like they were just enjoyable. AJ Styles when he fought him, that was great. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm just saying I don't feel anything. I watch all these clips and I know everyone's in the comments section. Like, that's the other thing that I'm not even forcing yourself.
Show up on Saturday. It's gonna be you, me, and like 15 other Cena fans, and we'll watch the show.
Dude, I sat there and I was like watching all these.
What do you want to feel?
And I was reading the
comments. Do you want to cry? Do you want to get emotional? Like,
no, that I should care.
Care about what though? What do you want to care about?
I don't care.
You do care a little bit. You're talking about it, so you do care a little bit.
Because we need content. I feel like this would be a good topic to talk about how I don't care about John Cena. Because I've been so nice this entire year. I even put a little tribute video up to him, ending with him getting kicked in the nuts by Liv Morgan. And I came to peace with that he's leaving, and I'm okay with him. I'm a little happy that he's gone. It's a little easy too because he's been gone so much the past few years. Like he hasn't been here.
No, we don't see him enough.
But I'm just like, and I think that's part of it too. Like I think he's smart enough to realize the ship has sailed and he's not the guy no more.
No, well, look, I mean, you watch him in the ring. He doesn't perform that well unless he's got someone to carry him now, right?
How bad were the last couple of years matches against Solo and Austin Theory?
They were trash. But you know what? This year you got to give it to him. The matches haven't looked bad though.
He popped off. He popped off for last year.
But even myself, like when he got squashed by the Undertaker, I was like, man, like what? Retire already. Like even myself, I was thinking like this guy's got to go now. Like he's not going to get a 17 title. And unfortunately, it didn't work out the way we wanted when he turned heel. We thought we're getting new haircut, new shorts, new theme song, new T-shirts, but that didn't happen as well. So I
didn't mind the presentation with the black billboard and just being like that. It was more so the Rock thing didn't work out, and it wasn't. If now looking back, I know everybody was debating at the time, is this bigger than when Hulk Hogan turned heel? And I can proudly stand on the opinion that no, it wasn't, because it sucked at the end of it.
No, because the long term story of it did not pan out. But at that moment, it was. I had friends that didn't watch wrestling that had tuned in to say, "Oh shit, Cena kicked Cody Rhodes."
No, it was a big moment. It was all over everywhere.
It was more than big. It was a massive moment.
But it didn't change the business like the NWO did.
Not at all.
I think regardless whether he turned heel or not in this run now, like it would have been a big deal that he's retiring this year, and they would have had the same amount of business because he's retiring this year.
I've had a lot of people that I know that actually haven't even watched anything after WrestleMania because they were just disappointed. They have no idea what's happening. And
you saw the Logan Paul thing that he said about why Travis Scott never came back. Like he just no-showed and just kind of was like whatever about everything, right?
These guys are all bullshitting at this point.
What do you mean they're all bullshitting?
They all are. What? He said Travis Scott was scared to wrestle?
And he just no-showed it. And no, he's like, I think it's probably because he didn't realize how real it was in that like you putting your body through pain and the mat's not made out of like a trampoline soft mat.
So. I just think he just didn't give a shit.
I know other artists. I know Travis Scott will just like he's flaky on everything, even in real life. Like he's a great artist, but he's a flake.
He took the Cody Rhodes. What's his finisher called, man? The Cody
Crossroads.
Cody Cutter. Crossroads.
That's a thing too. I think the Cody Cutter is a move too when he does this.
Yeah, it is. He took that really well. Yeah. He took it really well.
So, anyways, this isn't an episode of trash on John Cena. It's just me to vent about my feelings because I was just like,
literally, this is just you to
looking back
here and you to keep telling me you don't care. That's what.
Looking back, I don't even know. I could have just done this by myself. I didn't even need you here because you keep telling me that it doesn't matter that I don't care. It does matter. I'm the wrestling classic. My opinion matters, and I'm a voice of the population of this fan base that doesn't care. Because they do exist. There's a group of fans like me that are sitting there being like, good riddance.
And there's a group of fans that don't care about CM Punk. And I leave.
What does that have? That has nothing to do with anything.
With CM Punk, all right? I'm going to have no emotion when he leaves. How about that?
I had so much emotion when he came back. Twice.
Well, I had emotion when he came back twice.
See?
Once. Maybe twice. Actually, maybe twice. When he leaves, I'm not going to care because
my best Cena memory of this year is you seeing Cena. Otherwise, like that, and I'll admit the heel turn. That'll be number 2. The heel turn was.
Yeah, well, that was my favorite moment.
He turned heel, so that was cool.
I think if I didn't see Cena all year and I got to go to his last match, I would have felt something more. Because I've seen him twice already, I feel like I've gotten my closure on this guy. I've got to see him wrestle. That's what I was missing personally. I've seen him wrestle. I'm happy. I'm content. He can.
I just think I wasn't a Cena fan, so like it's just not. Like I said, I go back and watch clips, and WWE's going ham posting clips, and the only thing that made me go like, yeah, was when the Dr. Thugonomics they put the entrance video up. I'm like, yeah, this is the time. I have no nostalgia of him beating Mark Henry or unveiling the title or coming to Raw. Anything I watched that video of him coming to Raw, and I'm like, I hated this day.
Okay, but when did Cena come in? From what year?
2002.
So 2002 to what was his peak? 2016.
His peak? Like, what do you mean by peak? Like when he
like
peaked?
when did he kind of start fading off? Like 2016, 2017?
2016, because
Yeah.
he did the feud.
So
He
what
did
were
the
you
feud
doing?
with AJ, and then they did the draft. He was on SmackDown.
Yeah.
then
So
leaving.
in life, what were you doing from 2002 to 2016? You graduated like a couple years after that. Then what did you do?
No, in 2002, I was in elementary school.
Shit.
I was in grade 6.
Yeah.
In 2009, I graduated.
Yeah, that's what I
In
mean.
2000 no, but you understand, like all my adult life.
Okay, 2009
was-
to 2016. What were you doing? Outside
building the wrestling classic.
You started
Dating a girl that I did not like.
you started in 2014.
Yeah, so like those other years, 2009, I was going to school, dating a girl.
Yeah, so I don't think wrestling was that important at those like first 4 or 5 years of
No, I will tell you right now that 2007 to 2011, I was not.
Yeah, you missed out on a lot. You missed out on some good Punjabi songs, some Hindi songs, some.
No, that was 2011 to 2018, the Punjabi songs.
Oh, so then you switched back into wrestling, I guess. After.
Yeah.
So I think you.
I just became a big Beatles and classic rock guy for those years. I moved to South Surrey, White Rock, and my personality changed from the.
I think lifestyle plays a factor in here too. Like you got to think about those years that you didn't.
No, but it doesn't matter. None of this plays a
factor.
I still watched wrestling the entire time. I never stopped watching wrestling. And the shitty part about it is the one show I did watch for sure every week was Monday Night Raw, and that was the show John Cena was on. I wasn't watching SmackDown. Hell, Jeff Hardy, CM Punk, Batista, all these other guys I like were on SmackDown.
You also said Jeff Hardy does nothing for you.
No, Jeff Hardy's no. I didn't say he doesn't do anything for me. I just said I don't relate to Jeff Hardy. I like Jeff Hardy. I'm a Jeff Hardy fan, but I don't think that I cared about Jeff Hardy as much as I realized other people care about Jeff Hardy. John Cena, I legitimately did not like. I thought he was like a plain white piece of Wonder Bread, like a slice of bread. That's what he was to me. And he would change the colors of his clothes, and he was really good for the children. He was like Barney. Like he was for the kids.
That's the
even little kids want to see Mickey Mouse. Like, it just is what it is.
When you rode with the Chain Gang, you had to ride with Cena till the end. And
I didn't. I rode with the Chain Gang, and then he started doing this, and I took my chain off, and I said, "This guy's trash."
I can. That's your opinion. My opinion is.
And then there's so many cool guys. There was Edge, and there was Randy Orton, and there was CM Punk, and there's Daniel Bryan, and there's all these great wrestlers: Chris Jericho, Kurt Angle.
It goes more beyond of just him being a wrestler. His theme song was so cool.
Theme song was sick. His theme song was. I don't care what it is. There was they tried putting that video up where 25 John Cena's walked out. I'm like, this was junk. Get this trash out of here.
Yeah, so I think there's all little things.
What's John Cena's greatest WrestleMania match?
When he lost.
For me, it's a Firefly Funhouse. Because I didn't give a crap about either one of the matches against The Rock. Did I like the build-up? Yes. I didn't give a crap about the matches.
His greatest match, again, was probably Rock versus Cena #1.
I didn't care about it. You guys were all excited. You were 50 people watching it. I didn't care.
You're telling me, well, that's because you were butthurt CM Punk was in the world title match, probably.
No, that was the next WrestleMania.
You're telling me you weren't even a little bit excited to watch Cena versus Rock in the main event? Like, at all. You were just like, I'm going to turn it off. I don't even care to watch.
But you, like, now you're going to get me in trouble.
No. What was your opinion on that?
I'm also not the biggest Rock fan. I'm just not.
Okay. I'm not a big Rock fan either.
You know what I liked about The Rock? Is his character and his promos. If now I can give you Rock matches that I liked, but if you ask me 2012, Justin, what are your top 5 favorite Rock matches? I'd be like, oh, the one with Austin, and like that's it.
What about when Mankind? I Quit match.
Huh?
You didn't like?
No, I didn't have an opinion. Like you gotta like I was a kid.
Fair enough though, but you're telling me you weren't even excited or like.
No, I was excited he came back, and excited that he was dragging John Cena in the promos, and it was like finally
he came back in 2014, whatever it was.
No, 2011 he came back. I didn't pop. No, but I didn't care about like watching the match. I never looked at Rock as like a
wrestler. Which match did you care about? Tell me which match you cared about.
CM Punk, Chris Jericho.
Fucking trash.
Best in the world. Had the
CM Punk versus Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
This thing was a bigger match than Cena versus Rock.
Yeah. Who did Undertaker face that year?
Well, thank you for tuning in to Wrestling Classic Podcast.
Undertaker versus Triple H in the Hell in the Cell.
Oh, man, come on.
Right? End of an era. That was a banger.
No. That match was trash. Raw or
I was so invested in the story. Sean kicked Triple H by accident. Sean was in the corner.
When you watch that match live, you're like, what the hell are these guys?
I was so it was almost as good as I'm sorry, I love you. Like that's what I felt in that match.
I love you what?
All three of those guys walking the top, they were holding each other. Like, this was the end of the best era of wrestling.
When you watch that match live, that match was trash. It was so
great.
bad.
So chair shots, brutality.
No,
you don't think it was sick when like Sean super kicked Taker and hit the pedigree and he still kicked out? That was
and then nuts. He sat there in the corner crying? No.
But I can tell you that spot. I can't tell you a spot in Rock and Cena. I can't. I don't know what happened. I know they were spamming finishers on each other. I remember that. I remember the Rock got hurt.
That's okay. You don't have to remember, but you remember the match.
I don't like you're trying to convince me that I did care. I don't like it's I want to come on here and be civil and just be like, I feel nothing for John Cena and his retirement. And you're bringing out the hatred back. I said the hatred's gone. It's over. The beef is over. Me and Cena, we're cool. Me and Cena are cool.
I'm honest and real too. I'm telling you, in this current moment, I have no emotion. Maybe it's because it's almost 9 p.m. at night and it's dark, it's raining, and there's a reason we did this podcast virtually because we don't want to drive in the rain in the dark. But
I have to wake up at 10 a.m. for our other show, Bell to Bell, which Tara Zepp will be hosting because you couldn't show up to work.
Tara Zepp for me, getting me off talking about AEW.
Wow.
But,
you don't want to talk about Hangman Page and Samoa Joe and Harley Quinn and Cameron Quinn and Willendale?
In the background, while I was making food today, was there a world title match like Mitchell? Not
Mitchell at the end.
Was that okay? I did see something. I just didn't.
Swerve and Hangman, they had a tag match against Hobbs and Shibata. And my prediction is you were thinking that Hangman's still the champion for a second.
No, I knew Samoa Joe won.
Okay. Because Hangman was the middle of the show.
No, I just saw Samoa Joe fighting. I was like, oh, look, here's another mid-card world title match. I didn't know when it ended. I saw the girls win the tag team title. And
Speedball Mike Bailey defeated Kyle Fletcher.
In what?
In the Continental Classic.
Listen. I don't want to
Aren't you loving this tournament?
I'm not going to say anything bad because I want Tony Khan to invite us to AEW, all right?
We're invited. I can get us invited.
I'll try to be kind. Tony Khan, just pay us and I'll support AEW. But I'll be excited for John Cena. I'm probably not excited right now. Saturday I will be. I got friends coming over that are excited for Cena. We'll probably get emotional. We'll probably go quiet for a little bit. You're just going to be annoying. Hey, look at you. You're just going to cry. Cena's loser. Cena. That's all you're going to do. So just give us our moment. I might have to watch that by myself. And then that's it. Life goes on. And then you just accept it, and then you move on and on to the next.
There's like now because we had this conversation, but there's a level of excitement that he's gone. You know how long I've waited for this?
Good for you. Good for you. I'm so happy for you.
It brings a tear to my eye that John Cena's retired.
I'm so happy for you. That you
the eras of him just beating everybody because that's wanted. You know what the worst moment was? Let me tell you one of the worst moments of my life, guys. One of the most trash, just like despicable, disgusting moments of my life.
When I came onto your podcast?
It was 2008, and it was the Royal Rumble. And the final guys in there were like Batista and Triple H. And I was so hyped. Like, yeah, Triple H and Batista are going to win this. And no, they're doing a countdown. 30. Okay, here we go. 10. And John Cena came out there doing this dumb little stance and his little, I'm back when he was supposed to be injured for 8 months. He came back in like 3. That was one of the worst days of my life. I watched that Rumble and I was so mad. You want to know another one of my worst days of my life?
The fans weren't mad, I'll tell you that much.
Huh?
The fans weren't mad.
Let me tell you another night that effing sucked, okay? Let me tell you another night that effing sucked. There was a night, all right, in 2013 where Dwayne beat CM Punk for the world title and John Cena won the Royal Rumble. Woo! I'm like, I thought this was once in a lifetime. Why the fuck are we doing this again? I was livid. Pissed. Number 3 time, I was really pissed off. Brock Lesnar's back, baby. 2012 F5's John Cena, Brock Lesnar's back. You know what happened in the first pay-per-view Brock faced John Cena? John Cena won and announced that Osama bin Laden's been dead or something, or maybe it was Saddam Hussein. I don't remember. But why did John Cena win? And then he said, let me take, and then even, but no, maybe that wasn't the one. I think he beat Brock and he said, hey guys, I'm going to go get a divorce. I'm going to take some time off. I need to figure out my life. And then showed up 2 weeks later. Pissed me off. Fourth time
John Cena. You got a personal vendetta in this guy, man. That's your problem. You like
these are my memories of John Cena, not the matches, not the promos. Then there was a time with John Cena where the Nexus came in, right? And I was like, oh my God, 2010, wrestling was so boring. Everything was kind of bland. Like everything was kind of dying out straight up. Society wasn't that cool anymore. Like blah, wrestling, blah. Like TNA was killing it in 2010, not WWE. And Cena's wrestling CM Punk in the main event. The Nexus come out and they're like, holy shit, like these guys are tearing up the ring. They're doing all this stuff, all the momentum. And then they go into SummerSlam and Cena's the last guy left with them in the elimination match. And he beats him like 3 against 1. He beats him. And then he does this whole situation where he never drops the belt to Wade Barrett. Then he does this match where, like, if he hits Barrett or something, he gets fired. He got fired. They did a whole walking backstage, shaking everybody's hand, Cena's goodbye. And I know, okay, I'm not dumb. I know he didn't actually get fired. But you know how they resolved the situation? Not that he had to earn his job back or join the Nexus to get back in some, like, long-term creative storyline. No, he just started attacking them at hotel rooms and shit until somebody's like, oh, John Cena, you're back. The stupidest shit in the world. But that's people's childhood, that they love and adore this man.
Okay, I'm back. Did you know I paused my screen there for a bit?
No, I thought you just froze.
I'm joking. I'll just listen to you. Yeah, you just hate the guy. I get it. You hate the guy. What do you want me to say? I'm too old to try to convince you to like this human being.
I don't hate him.
It's fine. You don't have to
I don't hate him. We complete each other.
Grown men. You don't have to like the guy.
Me and John Cena complete each other.
You are John Cena. That's the best part. You are John Cena.
A couple of months when I'm on somebody else's podcast, I'm giving the most politically correct.
You're like, I've become John Cena, and that's what you hate in life. And that's what makes you.
You're CM Punk being like, you're the dynasty now, Justin. You become everything you hate. I'm no longer
CM Punk. I feel like
you're no longer the Boston Red Sox. You're the fucking New York Yankees.
You are the New York Yankees. The Boston Red Sox are a big deal too. But you became John Cena. I think that's what really, really annoys you. You became who you didn't want to be.
I'm a babyface. Outside of John Cena, I'm a babyface. With every other aspect of my wrestling opinions, to my audience at least to my audience, with everything else I say, even if they disagree with me, and I say a lot of things people disagree with, like I was a huge ass Carmella fan. Not everybody agreed with that initially. Most people, and a lot of people don't like MJF, and a lot of people don't like CM Punk, but they won't argue with me about it. They'll say their piece and move on. John Cena is the only trigger where people will be like, F you, Justin. I can talk shit about Omega, Okada, anybody else in this industry and be like, this is why I don't like him, or I think Okada's lazy right now, or Okada's not the same, or Omega's not the same as he's in New Japan, and nobody will bat an eye. They might be like, oh, he has a point. Maybe. I talk negatively about John Cena, and people are like, I gotta unfollow you. I can't believe you think this. This gotta be trolling. No, I mean every single word. This is not trolling. I do respect John Cena. I got to see him more times this year than I ever have any other year of my life. Every other year, I've probably seen him 1 time or 2 times or something. So it's got like 5. I can see Cena now. All 5 hands, I put him down. I saw him 5 times. I can see him. And I understand it's a big deal for the industry. I understand his colleagues and people that worked with him, that were close with him, will be sad. I don't base my opinions about how people that personally feel about him. Like, of course, he's gonna, other people in the industry are gonna cry because they actually know him. I don't know him. I'm a fan. I have had no actual interactions with John Cena compared to a lot of the other wrestlers. I can say I've had interactions.
Well, I don't plan on crying either. I mean, I don't know what you expect from me. I'm just gonna watch it. I'm gonna enjoy it. Thank you.
You're gonna cry. You're gonna shed a tear. You're gonna be like, "Hey, man, I gotta go fix my body," and then you're gonna disappear for like.
I'll do the clap. I'll do a thank you, Cena. In my head, probably not out loud because you'll be there, so I don't want to fucking say it out loud.
Oh, thank you, Cena.
Yeah, I'll do the chant with my kid.
Listen, man, my propaganda ass is gonna put a post up right after he retires, being like, "Thank you, Cena."
Of course you are. You're gonna do the wrestling classic thing.
I'm John Cena. Because I'm John Cena.
You're John Cena of social media. That's exactly what you are. And I'm like JD McDonough.
But I'm telling you, man, I'm gonna wrap this up because this is just us shit talking going in circles now. But I don't know, man.
Yeah, this is you. I'm not actually even shit talking. You're just upset. You're just
I'm
like,
not upset. I'm just like watching.
He's retiring. You're upset that he wrestled. You're upset that he was a champion.
I hated this.
Okay.
He's just not my guy.
No one asked him to be your guy. So it's all right, man.
It's so lame, right?
It's all right, man. It's all right. CM Punk hates cupcakes. Just remember that.
He eats muffins. I don't know, man.
Increase his belt. Spin it.
Like, do you remember this? Do you remember this at all?
I can't see your screen. What's it? Oh, the arm wrestling match?
Yeah, with Mark Henry. Like, I don't remember this.
I don't remember that actually.
No, like I would actually like, and this is how messed up I was. I would actually change the channel on John Cena segments.
No, you wouldn't.
I did.
This is for internet clout. Now, no, you didn't.
No, I literally did because I don't remember that. I don't think I've ever watched that segment in my life. I built the Wrestling Classic on barely posting John Cena clips.
That is impressive, though.
Thugonomics clips I did, like the raps with him spanking Stephanie shit. Like I posted that stuff. Not gonna lie, but I barely posted any like 2007, 8, 9, 10 John Cena clips. I didn't.
Yeah. Well, I can't really relate to the young kids either. And my favorite Cena was the rapper, when he said things off limit, making fun of Stephanie McMahon. Eminem, John Cena. That's what he was, right?
This is the best one.
Yeah, that one.
This actually made me pop when I was scrolling through it last night. I'm like, oh, this made me feel something.
And I think me being a sports guy, the fact that he wore like different sports jerseys.
Like this is the shit.
No, second best song. His current song is number one.
No, his current one is sick. I will never, dude. I remember when he came out to WrestleMania to that song for the first time, and I'm like those, and just like a person that likes music, this has nothing to do with John Cena. I'm like those trumpets are fucking sick.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is cool. Yeah. And like, do you remember at the very beginning there was like that little, it was like this little build up before the trumpets hit. Like they kind of got rid of it as the years went on, but like there's that little, like it was like showing him as like. Then like that was the best.
Holy shit! I knew you're a beatboxer, man. That's fucking crazy.
That was the best. That was. I listened. So that's a John Cena memory. If I was to say what's some of my favorite John Cena matches, I'd be like,
yeah. John Cena has a lot of memories and moments of John Cena.
Who?
You?
Yeah, Trauma. You ever heard of Trauma? I might have to go to Bali after this retirement tour.
Yeah. I think you can go scream and cry and go slow.
I'm gonna have to see a therapist. Like that man ruined my life. He ruined wrestling for me. He ruined wrestling for me so much that I had to make a wrestling page based off of nostalgia to find my love again.
No. All you need is some shrooms, some dim lights, and probably some pizza. You'll be okay.
Anyways, guys, John Cena retires this Saturday.
Yeah, Justin won't care. I'll care. And if Justin,
I care because I'm glad it's over.
I might actually do a solo episode just about Cena.
You know, like that whole quote where it's like, "Don't be sad because it ended. Just be sad because it happened." Or no, like, because don't be. I totally butchered it. Like, don't be sad that it ended. Just be glad that it happened.
Don't be sad because it was over. Be happy because it happened or something.
I'm like the opposite. I'm the opposite. I'm sad that it even happened, but I'm very glad that it's over.
Now we can tell, man.
Because like I just like wow, like it's finally like we can officially say it's a new era in wrestling. The John Cena era is over. All these guys,
the John Cena era was over a long time ago to me.
No, every time he showed up, it was like fuck. He just won a 17th title. He just won a 17th title.
I don't feel like we were ever in the John Cena era in the last 3 to 4 years. It was a Roman Reigns era for me. I never felt like it was anything with the Cena era. Even this, we know at this final year he won, but like he's only been showing up for a limited amount of time. The shows weren't still revolving around Cena.
WrestleMania 34,
Cody
34, he was squashed by Taker.
Yeah. Then Austin
35. No, wait, 35. He just showed up and as Thugonomics. I forget who he beat up. Elias?
I believe so.
Okay, so I remember that because I was like, oh, Dr. Thugonomics, let's go. 36 was Pandemic Bray. 37, he didn't wrestle, right? 38 was Austin Theory. No, 39 was Austin Theory. 38 was 37 and 38. I don't know. Did he wrestle in Tampa? No, he didn't wrestle. 37 and 38.
He fought Austin Theory.
No, that was 39. That was in LA. I was there. 37 and 38.
36 he fought. He didn't fight in 37, 38.
Wow.
Was that Tampa?
Tampa was 37. That's because they were supposed to Tampa, pandemic closes, so they did the next year.
Yeah,
That's where that was the main event, Sasha, Bianca, and then Edge.
He never fought at WrestleMania 32 either.
No, he didn't, but he came out and he saved The Rock from the Wyatt family. I was there.
Oh, I'm actually surprised you never got upset that Bray Wyatt never beat him at WrestleMania either.
I feel like he did in the Firefly Funhouse because it wasn't a match, but like if you said who won the mind games, it was Bray Wyatt.
I guess so.
But I was upset he didn't win at 30.
Yeah, but you not being a Cena fan, you don't want him. You don't want to see the guy win anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Never. I've never wanted to see him win.
Yeah, so then who cares? Like you weren't rooting for the guy.
I never was rooting for him. I'm trying to wait, stop. Let me think. If there was ever a time I was rooting for him.
I'll tell you the hardest I ever rooted for this guy.
Post 2005. I mean, because I was rooting for him against JBL in 2005.
You didn't. You just hated him ever since.
Maybe Survivor Series 2014 when Sting debuted and he was on that team with Ziggler against the Authority. Like maybe.
Okay.
I never rooted for him against guys like Triple H or Shawn. I was always rooting for those guys because I grew up with them. It was just a bias. Did not root for him against The Rock because The Rock's still my childhood.
What about when he fought Big Show? That was 2006? No, that was 2003.
Oh, when he fought Big Show and Edge. Oh, you mean 2004, WrestleMania 20? WrestleMania 20. Like once again, like I said, 2002 to 2000, like 2005 in the end half of 2004 when they were building John Cena, I actually liked John Cena. Before that, I liked the rapping gimmick and whatever. Like
we all liked the rapping gimmick. Yeah. That's the reason we became Cena fans, and some of us stuck. And
that's how they conned us.
They did, and then half the guys like you like jumped off. You're like, "Yo, screw this guy," and guys like me got bought into.
It's the exact same thing as the Roman thing because people liked Roman when he was in the Shield. It's just when they tried to push him as the top guy, then people didn't like him no more.
I was one of those guys.
Then people, and I was one of those guys. I always liked Roman, but I did always like Seth and Dean more.
I liked Shield Roman. I hated heel or babyface Roman, but I loved the tribal chief.
Yeah. I never disliked Roman the whole time but once again, that's how, because I was older now and I wasn't a teenager, I was in my 20s and I was doing the wrestling classic thing. And I was like, I saw it differently. So once again, like maybe I would have saw Cena differently if I wasn't a teenager in his prime.
Yeah, maybe that's another perspective. I just didn't mind him.
Yeah, because you were a little bit older than me. So like you're probably just like, oh, like
I wasn't like obsessed with Cena like I would have been like with Brad or like you said, as we were kids.
Yeah, I wasn't obsessed with
also, yeah,
like Roman.
I mean, I got a few years on you. So when I watched it, I wasn't like just like I wouldn't defend Cena like some of these young kids are probably defending on Instagram. Like he's the greatest end all be all. I think he's on the Mount Rushmore. We've had this discussion as maybe the 4 greatest. Like, you know, you could, but again, some people argue that he's not on it because The Rock should be on it, Taker should be on it.
No, in an objective, like not my actual personal opinion, like wrestlers that made the biggest impact on the industry, you can't. This guy held the guard down for like 20 years.
Yeah, so Hogan, Cena, Austin, and I say the 4th could be Undertaker. That's mine.
Could be Undertaker, or if you're old, you'll say Bruno. Or if you're young, you might even say Flair. If you're old,
and some guys have Rock and Austin and Hogan in there, right? Yeah. Some guys don't even have Cena. They're like it's.
A lot of people have been taking Hogan off because they don't agree with his personal beliefs.
You can't take Hogan off.
No, I said people have, not us.
No, of course. Personally, you don't have to have Hogan in there. Like none of those guys I mentioned, other than Cena, are in my top 4. I got like Brad and like Dean Malenko and those guys in there.
I told you on bell to bell. Cena's in my top 50, maybe top 100.
He is crazy.
Maybe top 100.
Absolutely ridiculous. Top 50. But you don't like the guy, so you know.
I don't dislike the guy. I dislike the character.
I'm just the fact that you just have him in your top 50. It's okay. I can live with that. It's fine. Because CM Punk is probably my top 75. So
75 is crazy. If I had a top 100, Cena's probably number 100.
You just said he's in your top 50.
I don't
Now
know.
you're upset 'cause
You know what? Let me check. I'm not going to go
Now
through the whole
because
list.
I said
I'm not going to go through the whole list. Give me a second. I want to see where I did place them a long while ago because I did do the list for myself and I posted it.
Okay. Are you talking about WCW wrestlers as well too?
Everybody ever grew up watching. So this is my top 20 list, right? And I did it all the way up to like 100. I'm pretty sure.
No, I'm going to ask you if Cena's ahead of these guys or not on your list. How about that? I have 201 people here. You want to go through
number 102 is John Cena.
Come on.
And I didn't even edit anything. I didn't have enough time to change anything. You know who's way above John Cena? Fandango. 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 Goldust.
Wow.
Ahmed Johnson. Juventud Guerrera. Yokozuna. Brody Lee. Jeff Jarrett. Ken Shamrock. Christopher Daniels. Dean Malenko.
Christopher
Bam,
Daniels?
Yeah. Dean Malenko.
Yeah,
Bam Bigelow. Bam Bigelow. Rikishi.
Okay.
Bruiser Brody. Umaga. Taz. Miro. Bobby Roode.
Miro over Cena.
Yeah. Bobby Roode. Lex Luger.
Bobby Roode?
Andre. Do you weren't a TNA fan because you really didn't pop for Christopher Daniels and Bobby Roode. Andre the Giant. Shelton Benjamin. Christian. Pete Dunne. Mustafa Ali. Kofi Kingston. Vampiro. Jinder Mahal. Kenny Omega. These aren't all better than Cena. Jake the Snake Roberts. Drew McIntyre. Andrade. Ciampa. Ricky Steamboat.
Andrade and Ciampa? You're ridiculous, man.
Okada. I do need to redo this list because this list is pretty
That's
trash
a horrible list. Absolute trash ass list, man. I'm not hating on any of those guys.
No, this needs to be redone. This needs to be like
you got on
this was last edited in 2021. Okay. And I honestly probably made this list to piss off Vic. So
you know what? Actually, Saturday, after the Cena match, for shits and giggles, I'm down to make a top 100 list.
Do you know who's gonna be crying on Saturday?
My kid.
Vic, give me 1 second. What time is it in the West Coast, East Coast?
9:31 till 12:31.
I'll see if he's awake.
I said my kid and you said Vic. I mean, probably same thing, right? Oh my God. You're calling him?
Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up. It might be too late though. Unless he's working night shift at the gym. He's gonna message me tomorrow, like, hey, did you call? Is everything okay?
You're like, no, John Cena's retiring.
Call has been forwarded to.
He didn't answer. 3 rings done. But he's gonna cry. He's gonna cry. 100%.
He will.
Biggest. We had some of the most heated arguments because of John Cena.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm a grown ass man. I'm happy that he was there.
I'm not happy that it happened. I'm glad
I'm glad I got to see him in my journey of life in the last.
I've become a lot more religious this past year. I think God was playing a prank on me this year. Like he put me there at the best times too. Like I got to see him go face to face with CM Punk. Got to see him get RKO'd by Randy Orton, kicked in the balls by Liv, and lose to Dominic. Like most of the times I saw John Cena this year, besides WrestleMania, where he won his 17th, were like pretty happy moments. He turned heel. Like God's like, I know you don't like this guy, but for his last year, I'm gonna let you see a bunch of things you're gonna enjoy. He's gonna turn heel. He's gonna face off against Punk. He's gonna get RKO'd by Randy Orton. He's gonna lose to Dominic. These are all things you're gonna like, Justin. But the one thing you have to put up with is he's gonna win the 17th, and you're gonna be there for it.
And maybe it's an age thing at this point. I don't care, man. If you liked him or not, it's all good. I'm not gonna have a fight. I'm not gonna fight you over this. We've had worse battles over pizza. We almost ended.
Because that's when it's serious. That's when it's serious.
I wish we recorded that, right? Imagine
you were just trying to get me to argue, and I didn't want to argue, but I didn't.
That should have been a dog. We ended almost everything because of sausage.
I've been my most peaceful, most shanti, most hippie, like relaxed.
This Saturday, we'll reclaim those 2 pizzas that they lost.
We will. My most relaxed, most calm Justin I've been probably ever since like the last 2-3 years, and this guy brought this angry out of me. With you. This guy's like, you need to let out that bottle of anger.
Pizza, goddamn pizza. We almost lost it all, man.
That's when this podcast is over. The on location deal is almost done. That was crazy. Can you imagine the documentary? Why did they end the show? Like, what was the breakup?
Fucking pizza.
Man. there was this plate, and then your wife comes on, and she like covers her face, changes her voice because she doesn't want to be exposed.
To the deep robotic voice.
Yeah,
There
yeah.
was a moment,
There was a company called Pizza Box. That was cool.
and they sent the wrong pizza, and these guys fought about it.
I was there. I witnessed it firsthand.
Yeah. And the crazy part is, my kid started and she walked away.
She said the things that you thought we said and blamed us, but it was her.
She's 8 years old for people that don't know. She started this
Yeah.
whole thing. She almost
I
ended a
walked
whole
away.
business relationship.
That's why I call her name BB Cord, because she's already got that auntie in her.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited to watch Saturday.
I'm not excited, but I'm not excited. I'm gonna watch because I watch wrestling.
Yeah, of course. I think
And I have
you
to
know.
cover it.
I think you'll enjoy it because you'll be around some Cena fans and you'll appreciate it a little bit.
And like to wrap this all up, thank you, Cena. You raised a generation of children, not me, but you raised a generation of children. They probably have better morals than the rest of us that grew up with Stone Cold and everybody else. And you know, like the one thing I'll always give him credit for is when you think about the Make-A-Wish thing, those were kids that were on the dying days of their life and their only wish was to meet John Cena. He made their life. He has some effect over people that people want to see him. Like I said, one of my first highlight, even before he turned heel, was you seeing John Cena for the first time live. That was cool for me that you got to see that. You know what I mean? There was a time he was selling a book, and if you bought the book, he gave you a shout out. I got a couple of shout outs to my nieces, and like, they're not even my nieces, they're like my little cousins, but they're like so young that they feel like nieces. But I got shout outs for them, and they were like showing their friends at school and stuff. Like, I appreciate that John Cena was somebody that people looked up to, and he did a good job at it.
I think
that's
an attachment to Cena, because I think when people went through difficult times, they just leaned on the guy, man. He was their hero.
Yeah.
And for us, he wasn't my hero. He's just someone I enjoyed watching.
There's never anybody I leaned on, but I know people did.
He was their hero. And
there's a lot of fat kids like Vic. Sorry, Vic, I'm calling you out. There's a lot of fat kids like Vic that got in shape because they like John Cena and they looked up to him as a role model.
Those 3 words, or a few, like, well, one, never give up was a very powerful statement. And hustle, loyalty, respect that resonated with me. I don't know about the rest of the world, but that resonated with me. It wasn't the never give up. That was cool. But the hustle, loyalty, respect, truthfully, that's what life was about to me. That's what taught me to become the person who I am. So I respect him for that and what he did.
I thought it was a catchphrase. I thought it was like, eat your vitamins and say your prayers. I didn't.
Yeah,
I'm not the cliche guy.
It affected me. And I think because of that, I was always a Cena fan. And that's
what I mean. Like why am I a Punk fan? It's not because of Punk's tremendous wrestling skills or anything. He's a little sloppy.
We know that.
It's because I related to CM Punk. There was a point where he was anti-authority, talking his shit, and he stood by his beliefs and values, even if that meant he was going to walk out of that company because he wasn't happy. And I believe you do what makes you happy.
And funny enough,
I always thought I saw John Cena as a sellout, a company man, a flag waver. I like people that believe in themselves. Most of my favorite wrestlers walked out of WWE. Savage, Sasha Banks, Punk. I love people that are passionate and stick to their core, and even if they're wrong, that you have so much conviction that you actually believe in something, and it doesn't sound like a catchphrase. It doesn't sound like it was like a role you were playing. Like, these people genuinely are passionate and cared about something. My favorite wrestlers are the wrestlers that love wrestling. Not that John Cena doesn't love wrestling, but a lot of it seemed manufactured in the role he was playing. But like, hey man, that role worked.
It did, and that was a business. And you know me as well too. I probably hate anyone that is a John Cena in real life. That's against
real life. And then I also think that John Cena in real life is a cool ass motherfucker, and we just don't know it. Like, he's way more chill and way more cooler in real life than we really know, because we don't know him personally. I want to meet that John Cena one day.
Maybe one day we will. We're only we know someone, but maybe one day he'll let us meet him.
My beef was always just with the character. It was never with John.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
This session is now over. It's $100.
You can't see me. Thank you for being my therapist. Yeah, Jim, I have to get this off my chest before John Cena retires. That I don't hate you, John Cena.
I actually like you, but
I actually like you. Without you, the Wrestling Classic wouldn't be here. because I hated you so much.
Here's
I had to
important to you.
find. I
So
had to
think about
find
that.
my
Just-
love for. I'm just
Just
making that up. That's
appreciate
not
the
even
fact
true.
what he
That's
did
not
for
even
you,
true.
and that's
not
all
even
I'm doing. I'm just appreciating the fact of what he did for me in those years of wrestling, and he made the wrestling classic. He created the wrestling classic,
He made me tune out. That's what he did.
and he made me this fellow toy collector, and I turned into a toy business.
No, one Cena figure, eh? One Cena figure turned
Think
into an empire.
about that. It was because of one Cena figure that I got that I turned this whole thing into a business. So and because you hated Cena so much, you turned this into the wrestling classic. So
And not because I hated Cena too much. It was because I loved wrestling, and I felt like I was falling away from wrestling. And this is how I'll give Cena credit for it. At the time I started the Wrestling Classic, wrestling wasn't cool. People stopped watching. It was the Cena era. I wanted to make wrestling cool again. And it just happened to coincide with Cena fading away a little bit, 2015, 16, and the Shield and all this other cool stuff happening, that it worked out.
and I think and you hit it bang on because my thing was because people didn't think Cena was cool, I defended Cena because I wanted to be different and stand out.
Yeah, I just whatever, man. We'll see what happens Saturday. The man's retiring.
We were supposed to have a 20-minute
Yeah.
voting session. This turned into an hour.
All my favorite Cena matches were against guys that he lost to that were my favorites, like Punk.
But you know what you will remember? Cena versus Gunther. That match you'll always remember now.
And Cena will finally give up. No more, never give up. Cena will finally tap and say, "I quit."
And for the last time, I don't know where it is.
And then he'll stand there, and people will say, "Thank you, Cena." And then they're gonna cut him off like they did Goldberg before he starts talking.
Unfortunately, right? This is what it's gonna be.
The last time is now. All right, we'll see you guys all Tuesday for Bell to Bell. Check out Just Yapping. We have to record another drop this weekend. Drop my interview with Otanga. I just interviewed Mosh today from the Headbangers, which was a really fun conversation. We have an interview with a lady that directed the Luna Vachon documentary coming out soon.
Great documentary, by the way. Great documentary.
It was great. And yeah, make sure you guys subscribe to Bell to Bell on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to the Just Yapping YouTube channel. If you guys are still watching the videos, hit the subscribe button. It's no longer on my page. I feel like you guys think it still is, but it is not.
If you guys can help me out, follow me on Facebook. I need some subscribers.
Yeah, and follow this guy on Facebook at Arvy Singh, but it says Rain City Toys.
I don't know what I did there, but whatever.
I don't know, but yeah. Yeah, keep doing the thing. And John Cena, thank you. See you. Have a good life.
One last time.
And I'm down to grab a bite or have a beer if you have we can have a Guinness. You can have a Guinness, fella. Keep doing the thing. We'll see you all next time.